It's mini steakhouse day, and we're having three of my favorites. We're cooking a filet, we're making a béarnaise sauce to go on top of it, and we're making cream spinach. Oh shit. It's all so good. And the star of our show, ladies and gentlemen, is this beautiful little filet. I mean, there's lots you can do, but filet is kind of classic, and the béarnaise sauce. And did I mention there will be crab? Oh, there will be crab. We'll start by getting this cooked perfectly, and we're using the reverse sear method. That means we cook it in the oven at a lower temperature, cooks it perfectly. So when you cut it, it's wall to wall, top to bottom, side to side, perfect temperature. No gray, no pink center, pink everywhere. Then it comes out, it gets a quick sear, and we're almost there. We have to season it first. So we'll put it on our rack, and it gets the following. It's a little neutral oil, and we've done this before. I like avocado oil. Don't waste expensive extra virgin olive oil here because it's not necessary. We start with kosher salt, and it's a big, thick piece of steak, so you can be aggressive. You'll be fine. All the way around. Fresh ground pepper, and a little garlic powder. Not necessary, but I think it's a great add. Not too much. And then it's set. Let's go to the oven. So that's a 275 oven. It's gonna cook it perfectly. Could you cook it at 500, Sam? You could. And it would cook much faster, but it wouldn't cook the way we want. So just go with me on this. I think it's gonna be probably 45, maybe 50 minutes. So we'll start checking temperature about, 35 minutes in. See where we want it. And I want to pull it out about 128. Between 128 and 130 will give us the kind of medium rare that I'm looking for. Next up, cream spinach. Don't move. And we're starting with 2 packs of frozen spinach. And just let me put an end to the haters right now. Why aren't you using real spinach? Okay, well, it is real spinach. It's very easy to keep these in the freezer and then just deal with them. But they need to be defrosted. And I've let these defrost. Now, here's what we do. So start by putting down a clean kitchen towel, like this. Take out the spinach on the towel, like that. Perfect. We want the spinach. We don't want the water. So now fold it up like a little knapsack. Gather up the corners, and watch. Before I even squeeze, it's already starting to come out. Gross. This would make the worst cream spinach ever. So just turn and squeeze. And when you think you've about squeezed out all the water, we're ready to move on. To about 4 slices of 3/4 of the way cooked bacon, we'll add about 1/4 of an onion and get this starting to cook together. Tell you something, smell of bacons and onion cooking, I could wake up to every day. And after a couple of minutes, when the onions have softened, we can add the rest of the things. The spinach that looks like this, oh boy. Houston, we have a problem. I used too small of a pan. Stand by. Ready for the swap out? I do not know what I was thinking. Much better. Next will be a cup of regular milk, followed by a cup of whipping cream, followed by a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, some red pepper flake, and kosher salt. And we mix. So you got to break up the spinach, of course. Try not to make a mess over the edge like I'm already doing. Just incorporate everything. Take your time. I know you might be thinking, Sam, I'm not buying into this yet. Well, I'm just telling you, just bear with me, because this becomes freaking fabulous. And in about 2 minutes of stirring nicely, everything in its place, looking much better. But now it just has to thicken, and it's the thickening that really makes this wonderful. So just leave it alone, and when it starts to get some beautiful bubbling, just turn it down a bit. We don't want to boil it, we just want to simmer it. Now we can make some béarnaise sauce. The filet, almost there. The cream spinach behind me, almost there. And now we make the bernaise, and you're gonna love this. In our blender, we start with 3 egg yolks, just the yolks please. About a tablespoon of white wine vinegar, so it looks like that. Put our lid on and we start to blend. And at this point, what we're looking for is for the yolks to turn pale yellow. And it's only gonna take about a minute or so. You can see it's already happening. And then with the lid off, we're gonna slowly drizzle in 1 stick of butter. Melted, of course. And you'll hear the sound change as it starts to become a sauce. Like that. Keep it going, we add a couple more things. Some diced shallot. Chopped tarragon. That will help give it its distinctive flavor. And of course, some salt and pepper. You can lid it back up. Give it a faster blend, and we should taste. Oh my. All right. The vinegar, which takes the place in the béarnaise sauce where lemon juice would be in hollandaise, gives it that, just that gorgeous little. Let's temp our steak. We're at 135. I wanted it out already. Here we go. Let's take it out. Gosh. So the pan that I used that was too small for the cream spinach, I'm heating up. I want to sear my steak in this. So here's the steak, and it looks beautiful, but it doesn't have that crust on it. And I want that. The only way to get that is with a sear. So this hot cast iron pan will now help deliver that. And we don't want to cook it through. We're only looking for color at this point. So we'll give it maybe 30 seconds aside. And we can flip. There we go. That's pretty. Let's go. So first the steak will go down. Just leave it for a second. Let's get the cream spinach. Look how nice. Wow. So we'll put some of this in a little ramekin, or a little cocotte, as they say. Hello. Set that guy down. Now some crab for our steak. Oh boy, that's gonna be crazy. And of course, our gorgeous béarnaise. Little fresh ground pepper, never hurt anybody. And look, it's like mini steakhouse day. And we should probably try a bite right there. How'd we do? I believe that is what I promised. Ladies and gentlemen, therein lies the benefit of the reverse sear. It's perfect. What did I say? Top to bottom, side to side, and end to end. Let me have a bite. Let's get crab. Let's get the béarnaise. Let's get that perfect steak. Excuse me, I just want just another droplet or two. It's one of the greatest combinations ever. Steak, crab, béarnaise. One of the greatest combinations ever. I don't know who invented it, but they should get a knighthood. Sorry, wrong country. Cream spinach. Bacon. It's just, I mean, I don't know how you don't do this. We've given you the keys. Recipes are below. Well, the links to the recipes are below. While you're there, check out the Make America Cook Again, not a political statement. Wear, clothing, hats, whatever. Leave a comment. Thanks for hanging out. I got nothing to say. I just want to eat, okay? See ya.